welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a video of my tips and tricks related to Zoom University. So I'm a senior in college, so this is my last semester and it's coming to an end really quickly. Obviously I got my senior spring taken away, so that really sucks. And basically I'm just gonna take you guys through what I've been doing to keep myself sane and what I've been able to do to stay on top of my work and make sure I get everything done. So here are some tips and tricks to surviving Zoom University. Okay, so tip number 1, get out of bed. When the world feels like it's ending and there's no point to get up, getting out of bed is really hard, but it's definitely important to get out of bed to keep yourself motivated and to get focused on your work. Get out of bed. Tip number 2 is to get dressed. This is another thing that seems super easy, and in normal life it's really easy, but again, when the world is burning and nothing is normal, at least you can give yourself a little bit of normalcy and a little bit of routine by just changing your clothes. It doesn't have to be into jeans or like a suit. I just like to switch sweatpants basically. So tip number 2, get dressed. Okay, so tip number 3 is to stay hydrated. This is my Brita. I installed it during quarantine. This is another tough one for me because I hate water, but it's really important to stay hydrated. So this is my 30-ounce cup. I'm trying to drink 3 a day. It's not going well. Drink water! Woo! Tip number 4 is to make yourself a yummy coffee or latte or tea or whatever you're feeling, because you deserve it. I'm sorry about the noise. My dad just decided to turn on the wood chipper outside, so that's what that is. Rip if this audio sucks. I guess I'll just record over it. Why is he wood chipping leaves? What? Maybe that's not a wood chipper. Tip number 5. These aren't really in any order at all, but who cares? Okay, let's backtrack a minute. My school does 4 7-week terms rather than semester-long courses, so we take 4 rounds of classes a year, and each class contains about the same amount of material as a semester-long class, so it's all packed in really tightly, but the class load is less, so we take 3 or 4 classes a term rather than 5 or 6 that people would normally take in a semester. So I have done this entire term online. We've been emergency remote learning since the term started. I went on spring break, thought everything was normal, and then boom, world exploded and didn't get to go back to school, obviously. So I've done this whole term online, and what has really been helpful for me, which is tip number 5, is to make a calendar for yourself based on the syllabus that your professor provides. The professors for your classes have a syllabus with a list of due dates on it. What I've found really helpful is to make a calendar detailing what needs to be done every day rather than kind of making a to-do list for that day. I just did it all at once. So I don't know if that made any sense, but here's my little weekly to-dos from the start of the term. So this was the first day. As you can see, I wrote first day, and I color code my classes. I have all the days of the week and then what needs to be done on that day, or like lectures that are scheduled, meetings I have, etc. This is this week, So right? What's the freaking date? Yes, this is this week. So I've done these things already, and today I'll be working on the stuff that I have for Wednesday, because it is Wednesday the 29th today, and I have about 2.5 weeks left of classes. So this still comes in really handy for me, and every time I finish something, it's really satisfying to check it off. Blah, 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 blah. Tip number 6 is to create yourself a to-do list, or it kind of rolls in with the whole scheduling thing. Create a to-do list for every day of what you need to complete and really try to stick to it. I have, like I showed, the calendar that shows all of the things that I need to have completed by each day, but every week I'll make a more detailed to-do list on like a legal pad. As you can see on here, I have different things I have to get done each day. Today is the 29th, so I need to do a discussion board, a design journal, work on a progress presentation, work on a report. I have a meeting at 3:30. It's currently about 2:30, so about an hour. I have to do a mechanical testing survey thing, and then film Zoom Uni video, which I'm doing right now. Obviously, make yourself a to-do list and stick to your goals. That's, if there's no follow through, what the heck is the point? My next tip is to create yourself a new environment that is strictly dedicated to getting work done. So I have moved all the furniture around in my family's office to create an office space for myself for the remainder of this school year. All my life, this room has kind of been like a hangout room. The couch and the TV were like the main points of the room. The desk was over off in a corner and no one ever used it. So I changed the whole room around, which is fun. I moved this bookshelf over here. Wow, wowee. I put the couch over here, so when you're sitting on the couch, you can look out the window. There's a lot of like birds and shit, so that's fun for me. Gotta love, you know, nature. And then I moved the desk over here. So when I'm doing work, I can look out the window. I have my laptop right in front of the window so I can see what's going on outside. I really like having this big space to organize all my stuff. I work a lot better when I have a space to spread out, and so I gave myself a lot of surface area in this whole desk situation. Tip number 8 is to try to stay organized as best you can. It's really difficult to keep focused if your space isn't organized. So I'm gonna show you what my environment looks like right now as far as organization goes. Great. Here I have these little file folders. This one says today, this one says tomorrow. I just keep things that are like already done in here. So I have old to-do lists and scrap paper and stuff. In those, I have these little list maker things. I have my pens, erasers, whiteout, pencils, highlighters, etc. here. So I have a whole giant thing of black pens, and I use approximately one of them. This one, the Sharpie pen, would recommend. A whole lot of pencils, but since everything's online, I barely even use pencils anymore. And then I have this glorious little spot, which has my different colored highlighters, which I love. And then I use them corresponding with my different colored pens that I use to color code my classes and stuff. And those are super helpful. I find color coding is like the best way to keep organized. And then I have a little journal where I keep ideas that are non-school related, so like projects, YouTube, etc. The little calendar I showed you, and my legal pad, legal notebook, to-do list maker. Over here I have extra notebooks, extra like journals and stuff to keep stuff in. And then this is just my Texas Instruments calculator. She's a champ, love her, had her since high school. We go way back. This is my favorite little bag. It says sad sack, Noah got it for me. but a gentleman. I try to keep it as organized as I can. Obviously throughout the day I spread my stuff out and make kind of a mess, but I try to put things back where they come from. Also, a thing I forgot to mention is I have a little chapstick right here, always at the ready, because my lips are chapped to hell, so. Tip number 9, we're getting there, is to, even though you're physically separated, keep in touch with your friends. Me and my 3 best friends from school have been doing like a weekly virtual happy hour where we all get a drink and we like play games online and use Facebook Messenger video, which is like my favorite platform right now, to talk to each other and just keep in touch. Without them, I would be such a sad sack. But you don't have to like plan things in order to keep in touch with your friends. You can just like spontaneously FaceTime them. I do that honestly pretty frequently and then just end up talking for hours at a time. Let's see if my best friend will pick up. Hi! I'm so happy you picked up. I'm recording a video of tips on surviving Zoom University, and I was talking about how you should stay in touch with your friends and just give them a quick FaceTime call if you're feeling sad, and I wanted you to pick up so you could say hi to the video and prove you're my friend.
Oh, hello.
Look guys, it's Regina. I don't know who guys is, like, I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this, but that's my best friend. Wow. Tip number 9, 10, I don't entirely remember, is to get outside if you can, play with your dog, get some fresh air. It's always good to take a break if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, and feeling stressed and or overwhelmed is totally valid right now because the world is on fire. So take a break, go outside and breathe for a little while. That's what I'm gonna do. Archie, you suck at this game. All right, let's use another ball. Ready? Tip number 11. I don't know what tip I'm on, but tip number 11, I think, is to create a little sign to put outside of the door of the room you're working in to let people know what you're doing, if you're in class, if you're in a meeting, if you're doing homework, if you'd rather not be disturbed, etc. So I made this little sign that says, "I'm in class, please try to be quiet." These cute little pencils at the bottom. Then if you flip it, it says, "I'm doing homework, please knock," so that my family knows what I'm doing, what I'm up to, and if I have time to talk, basically. So I'm about to be in a meeting, so I'm gonna put this side up so they know not to come in the office or to let Archie in. So my last few tips are pretty simple. One of them is to make sure to reach out to your professors. I think most, if not all, professors right now are being pretty lenient and understanding of the situation. Professors are in this situation too. So if you reach out to them and tell them you're having a hard time, or your internet's not working, or you can't access some software or anything like that, they'll almost definitely be understanding. Also, this is one that's been kind of hard for me because of how much work I've been doing, but I've been doing it as much as I can. It's to keep your weekends as free as possible. So that's not really possible if you have a lot of work or if you're working from home and your job requires you to work on the weekends or anything like that. But since every day feels the same, everything is very routine lately and seems very monotonous and boring, and like it's not even worth it. So what I've been doing to try to combat that is to try to keep all of my homework and schoolwork encapsulated in the Monday through Friday work week and not have to do work on Saturday or Sunday. So on those days I can do things for fun, you know, things that are fun for me rather than just schoolwork, but still things to keep me busy, because if I just lay in bed all day, then I'll be sad. And speaking of sad, the final tip, remember to be kind to yourself during this whole situation that's going on. The world doesn't make any sense right now, and being confused or afraid or sad or mad is totally fair. Not being able to get everything done, not being able to be productive, not having the same motivation as you had before is completely normal. And I mean, like, what can you really expect out of yourself during this time? Some people are super productive. They're like getting a lot of stuff done during this time because they have all this free time now. But it's okay to not be one of them. It's okay to be sad and to be unproductive. Just remember to give yourself a minute to breathe and figure things out, because no one really knows what's going on, so you don't have to either. I didn't mention this earlier, but another tip that everyone should follow, because it maybe is the best tip, is to light a candle. I'm burning a warm apple pie candle right now. As you can see, I've burned through a lot of it. Yeah. Oh God, I'm getting a video call from Noah. Thank you for watching. If you got this far and you enjoyed the video, or if you got something out of it, press the like button, I guess, or subscribe if you want. I'm still obviously super new to this, so I have no idea what's going on, but please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one, I guess.